Hello and welcome to Auchenhowie. My name's Andy Newport with the Daily Record. I'm joined by my colleague Scott McDermott. We've just been in to speak to Danny Rohl at this morning's Rangers press conference. Scott, I don't know how you felt. For me, Danny Rohl cast a bit of a deflated figure, just obviously after last week's defeat to Motherwell, sort of left Rangers really needing snookers in the title race. How did you sort of view his performance this morning?
He was a wee bit subdued. I think started a wee bit subdued. Might just be the early morning start, Andy. We're a bit subdued this time in the morning, but maybe a wee bit flat. Did kind of I thought he perked up a wee bit as the kind of press conference went on. Look, there's no doubt he'll have been deflated by the performance last Sunday. The Rangers fans certainly would have been as they left Ibrox, no granted the split. 5 games to go, feeling as if they had to win their home game, so to actually lose the game, not even get a point out of it, was so disappointing for them. But look, I don't think it's lost on them that it's now or never. I mean, what did they call Monday's game with Hearts? A final, and he's right, because I mean, Danny Rohl, he spoke about these kind of cup finals that Rangers have been ticking off. I think he first said it was like 8 games, 9 games to go, 9 cup finals. But I would suggest that if they don't win on Monday, there'll be no more cup finals left because Rangers will be knocked out. So he knows the importance of it. But he made a wee bit subdued.
I think you asked him the question about what was going to be key to victory. And he basically said they're going to, almost more than perfect, he said it's going to take 100% or more than 100%. I'm not sure if that's mathematically possible, but he's basically saying Rangers cannot afford to start games the way that they have done these last 2 matches against Falkirk and Motherwell, when they've been so slow, so pedestrian, and inevitably found themselves 2-0 down. I mean, I just think that he also spoke about the atmosphere at Tynecastle. He said it's going to be on fire, and you think with Hearts, with everything that they've got for, I mean, it's going to be a huge, monumental atmosphere there, and Rangers are going to have to sort of live up to that.
I think he's right. I mean, it has to be near perfect now, because there is no room for error. I mean, Danny Rohl's been quite good with us this season, or not just with us, I'm sure it comes across to the players, but he's always been very, never get too high, never get too low. He's always been pretty philosophical. I think even at times when Rangers looked as if they were out of the title race, he was very measured. And I think that approach is part of the reason why they've managed to get themselves back into it. However, we're not at the stage of the season where that's not going to wash anymore, because it is never. They need to win on Monday. There's just no getting away from that. There'll be 3 games left. To be any more than, or to be 4 points or more behind Hearts, I think it's just too big an ask for Rangers. So I think he gets it. He knows the importance of it, and nothing else other than victory will do. How they get it doesn't really matter, Andy. I mean, that performance is now pretty much out the window. They just need to win the game by hook or by crook.
On the fitness front, a couple of boosts in terms of news on two Romans and Ryan Nadiri. What was your take on that? It looks like Romans could be back potentially for Monday night. Nadiri a bit less certain.
I'd expect, I don't know about you, I'd expect Romans to come back in straight away. Needs must. I think he's such a good player. We've spoken about the kind of difference in levels, if you like, between him and Jade Magoma. I think Rangers going to Tynecastle are going to need strong individuals, big characters, big personalities. I think Romans has got that about him. I don't think it'll phase him. So if he's fit, and we're led to believe he is now, I think Danny Rohl said he's already trained a couple of times, so I'd expect him to come in. Nadiri's obviously a bit further away, which is a blow to them. Although he did say he won't be right for Monday, but we'll see for the next games, which suggests it'll be another week before the Old Firm game. He might get himself back for it.
And just in general, in terms of the atmosphere, the occasion, I mean, how do you see Monday night going for Rangers?
We said in the Record Rangers podcast, just as I said, I was going for a draw, so I need to stick with that. I don't think that'll be enough for Rangers, if I'm honest. I just think last Sunday was so disappointing. I think the Motherwell game has killed them. And going to Tynecastle with the momentum Hearts have got, they've not lost at home all season. the atmosphere, as you touched on, will be electric. I mean, I'm looking forward to it in that sense. It's going to be raucous. Look, this Rangers team have shown they bounce back from setbacks. They've beaten Hearts at Ibrox pretty convincingly. I thought even in the Tynecastle game in December, they were the better team. We were there, better team for half an hour, 35 minutes. Could have been in front. A couple of Jack Butland mistakes cost them. So they're capable of going there and winning it. It wouldn't surprise me if they go there and get a result.
They're going to need their big players, aren't they? I mean, he spoke 100%. About, you know, obviously Yusuf Trimity being that sort of big game hunter, and you know, he's proved that. And he's, you know, for a guy who got a bit of stick for only scoring in the big games. Well, I suppose the last few games have been big as well, but he's starting to score more regularly now. I mean, how important can he be to this game on Monday night?
Massive. Look, we've been as critical of Shalike as anybody this season, and certainly at the start of the campaign, well, he looked a bit of a lost cause, to be honest, in terms of being a Rangers centre forward. But credit to him, he's grafted away, as you say. He's come up with big moments in big games. He scored, 4 against Hearts already this season? A hat-trick at Ibrox, the consolation goal at Tynecastle. So he's got the belief there that he can do it. Danny Rohl from today clearly has a lot of belief in this guy. He's been Rangers' main number 9 centre forward, so you'll be hoping that he comes up with another big moment. And again, Shamiti's a bit like that, and he frustrates you at times, but then it wouldn't surprise you if he goes there and just comes up with moments of genius that gets him goals. So Rangers fans will be praying that hard on Monday. Well,
it's sure to be a hugely entertaining clash come Monday. Really, you know, tension filled. We can't wait for it to come. There's plenty of build up in the paper and online. You can follow on all at Record Sport Online. So we wish you a good weekend, and we will see you come Monday.